Hello and welcome, everybody. Are you ready for the finals? Here, the Infinitude finals are here, and I'm Gavashian. I'm joined here by the one and only, the amazing Hyperia. On the buttons, of course, is the Sunlads. Also needs his shout out, needs his ego petted a little bit. But Hyperia, the man we're here to listen to. How are you doing, and are you excited?
I think there's a song for this. I think it goes something like "Guess Who's Back," and it's me. It's me who's back. I watched that last game as well. I was watching a show on the side, and obviously got the game to my right as well. And what a game that was! I looked away, and I said this as well. 27 seconds, 2-0 for I think it was 27 gang. I just looked away like, okay, this is over. They won. 27 gang, good, they made it to the final. Then I looked to my right a little bit later. It's all of a sudden in overtime, and I don't know what's going on anymore. Absolutely phenomenal game, and I hope we can only get something similar to that in these finals.
That's the hope, of course, that we can get something similar in the finals like this. It could be that we get the dreaded sweep that we don't really want to talk about. Maybe it'll be exciting games anyway. I think we'll have exciting games anyway because I'm getting to a final after such a long day. Both teams are probably going to be tired, but they've played at a higher and higher level still. I think they're going to give us a show. And what kind of how would you imagine how tired you would be after such a long tournament already? Now standing in the finals here.
I'd be done after the first round, to be honest. I'd just be like, yeah, no, I just don't even want this prize money. That's probably why they're called sleeping as well. And they're at not necessarily a huge disadvantage, but they have been sitting in the final waiting for the previous game to finish. So they're not really going to be as warm anymore. In 27 gang, they're coming into this also not very fresh, but they're still warm.
Yeah,
but it is so long.
It is insanely long. The other question that comes to mind: how do you feel about the car change meta that we've seen? We've seen car changes, and we've seen Budapest 5 coming back a little bit when they change cars. Not enough, sadly. You know, Meshin's Octane switch didn't work. But what are we going to see Taurus in now? Are we going to see him in one of the funky cars, or is he going to rock his Dominus and just dominate the opposition, or is it going to be something different? I mean, it feels to me like this might matter.
What I have is always when I'm having great fun in the game and I'm not getting tilted, that is when I actually play the best as well. So when these players don't really mind their car or something like that and just have fun with it. Well, we saw the previous series, they lost the first 3, but then they switched to a more serious car, a more, well, I don't know what competitive car is, but a Dominus, a more used car at least. And managed to get it back. I think the main thing about a car change is you can just go into it with a fresh mindset. Just that little bit of a mental reset that you need after losing 3 games in a row. You can be like, okay, but this is completely different. I'm using a different car. I play completely different in this. It could be placebo, but as long as it works, I am completely fine with it.
Yeah, and with that, let's see how the effects are going. Let's get the players on the field. I hope they are ready. I want them to be ready. We have Sleeping on the field here for you in the blue. Ali, TRX 511, and Venom. And on the other side, 27 gang with Milo, Taurus, and Fancy. And take it away, Hyperia. Let's get this finals underway.
The most interesting thing is Sleeping. They're a Middle Eastern team. You see that in the ping as well. Ali on 104 ping. TRK, I think he used to be very high up on the 1v1 rank. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure. Now Vency off the post. Torres will try and keep that one in. Still stayed in the Dominus. Feeling good in that one. Milo. Low boost, can't continue that one. Ali to the other side of the field, and obviously Middle Eastern players, they don't really get as much competition in their own region as EU or NA does. So I'm sure they're glad they can compete in this as well, and I'd love to see them perform to their level as well.
And what I do know from teams from that region, from the Middle Eastern region, stepping into any kind of European tournament, they are usually there to dominate, like Aztec Warriors, now Sandrock Gaming kind of shenanigans we've seen before. So there is an expectation from those groups that they are going to do well. And for now, they can keep the goal empty, but that last shot cannot keep it out, and it's Vency taking the first goal.
Good force here by Torres. Really forcing Venom in an awkward position there, and then, well, he's not going to stop that any day of his life after he's already committed to that one. That would be an incredible save. But what we see in Middle East quite often is that they're all absolutely phenomenal 1v1 players, but then in 3v3 we've seen Sandrock in a few tournaments now, and they've kind of struggled to show up. I think it was the Fusion where they just didn't really manage to get anything going in the 3v3 part. So I'm really hoping that they can actually get that practice in against some higher ranked teams as well, because you really need that team play going on as they try and get on the counter as well. Venom with 0 boost won't be able to get a shot on target. It will be Milo who clears that one out. Now Venci into the corner. What a great touch that is, but it still will be Ali surely with the no. It actually won't be. It will just be Torres dunking that one in.
And that dominance, that long boxcar gets it past with a bit more help. It's overall still, it feels like the warm-up isn't there yet. Of course, we're in a best of 7, so Sleepin has the time to wake up, to start rubbing the sleep out of their eyes, getting ready and making sure that they can get back into it. Of course, for now, their rotation, especially around the goal, is sloppy. They're always standing with their backs to the play, not with their sides, with no chances. But what a shot there. So they're waking up a little, but their defense is the one thing I'm worried about right now.
Yeah, we really hope that kind of gets sorted. But now Milo will go for another shot, saved by TRK. Oh my, these boys are holding on for now. A 2-goal lead is still very manageable, but if this goes to a 3-0, what we've seen 27 Gang do in the previous game as well, they always got off to an incredibly strong start. So we're gonna have to see whether they can actually keep that going, as Ali is incredibly low on boost. It's Torres who goes to the backboard. TRK has to clear that one out, but the ball is still in possession, was still in possession of 27 Gang, but now it is sleeping on the attack.
Yeah, sleeping on the attack, and they do get the goal pass there. TRX gets the first one on the board for Sleeping. They're coming back in this series, and it's mostly just no challenge. It's no one there to block the shooter, to put a hand in his face and say, no easy shots here, no basic bitches. We want it to be better, but it's not right now, and it's kind of sad to see. But overall, hey, a closer game is a better game.
I didn't even expect that. That's why I ended my sentence. I didn't expect that to be going anywhere into an opportunity, because he was getting challenged. He just faked him out and then went for the shot. Now Venom also going for the shot for the equalizer, saved by Torres. Good 50 by TRK off the crossbar. Venci has to get a touch on it, leaves it for Milo instead, or rather just missed it, I think. And now Venci, 0 boost, clears it out. Ali, he didn't get that corner boost because we do still see it on that field. Torres, 30 boost. His teammate is up as well, but the opponent is up as well. Luckily, Venci is still back, and it will be a short save by Venci.
Yeah, I don't like the shot taking there again. It's not on target well enough, not to one of the corners. You're not making it hard on the attacker, and that's what I would like to see a bit more. And when you have outplayed your opponents, TRK, you don't have to then save the shot yourself or your opponents just to go easy on them. This is the finals. Just let it go in, mate.
Yeah, he just wants to show he can do both. He can have an incredible attacking performance, but then also on that same net defend phenomenally as well. Venom monkeying off the sidewall. A free dribble for TRK as well. With him being a 1v1 player, never really want to put him in that position. Good read by Ali to the backboard. So much power generation on that one. Will be cleared out. Milo, can he extend that? He tries to, but doesn't even get remotely close. And it's Torres who can reset in the defense.
Yeah, but it gets challenged quickly, so it throws the other way at the moment, and now the attack could come from the corner. Corners are also a bit weird, and it's still Sleeping looking for that goal, but for now, no goals, no chances, and saves having to happen. That felt like complete control, right? There was no panic needed. But there, it should be. Milo gets the third one and puts this game probably to bed.
Ali, put himself in a very awkward position, and his entire team as well. We wanted to clear it out, but waited a little bit too long, and then just panicked and cleared it out way too hard towards the outside. Allowed Milo to go for a solo play and a good near post shot as well. But Ali, he needs to make a play happen right now, or just in general, Sleeping needs to make one happen right now if they do want an opportunity. But with Venom being on 0 boost, could it actually happen? Can they do the unthinkable, just as in the final of last game, or in the final game of last game, I should say? Does not really seem to be the case, and with 17 seconds left, I do not think it's going to happen for Sleeping.
No, Sleeping is not going to be dreaming about this one. This is the nightmare you want to forget in game one. And still, game one, I have a saying about it. Well, I don't. I took a saying from someone else and now using it as my own, as we Dutch people do. It's the first pancake is for the children. The idea of that, the first pancake you make, if you make a batch of pancakes, the first one's always kind of sucky. The first one's always kind of like, yeah, it's a pancake. It tastes like a pancake. It functions like a pancake, but it looks like crap. That's the first game. That's the first game in the best of 7. First game doesn't matter that much. This is where the series begins. If Sleeping can take the second game, all is fine. They're going to feel good. 27 Gang takes the next game. They're going to have the momentum, and it's going to feel even better for them.
It feels really odd to be saying 27 Gang in a final of Rocket League, where you know they've played a lot of Rocket League, so they're probably not part of an actual gang. But nonetheless, they are shooting a lot on target here in this match, so they're still doing something.
Maybe the name is based on the idea that they're done with the Brazil meme, the 1-7, and they are the 2-7 Gang. They want to create something new, and they beat their opponents 2-7 to make a point.
Ooh, that could be a good one. 2-7 is very a dominating scoreline, and also just saying, yeah, we don't actually want the Brazil. That is old. We are new out here. We've revolutionized this industry. We scored 2-7s, but I mean, they did win the first one, not in a 2-7 style. It was only a 1 goal difference. And now let's see whether they can do the same. They're known, or at least in my opinion, kind of for getting that incredibly strong start and then just locking up the defense. And if that goes wrong, you're putting your entire team in an incredibly awkward position, because you have to change play styles twice in a match. Which necessarily, these players can do it, but you never really want to.
No, you want to keep a more solid play style that you can just vibe a bit with a little. I mean, if you can lock up the defense, of course that works pretty well. And when you're practicing enough at that doesn't become that much of a problem. But if you take more time practicing your offense and you want to get that first goal quickly, then after that, switching to that other style, not really that great. But here we see it. Another good shot from Milo. And overall, still a bad start for the blue side and Sleeping.
I don't even. Oh, bumping goal happened. I think with Ali and TRK, incredibly unfortunate in their part. And there you go. They go 1-0 down once again. 1 minute in, they can pull them back for sure. It is only 1 goal, and kind of the same with the first game, as Gavastrian already said. This is for the children, and now they let the grown-ups play as Milo clears it out to the side. It will be Vensu who takes control. No, actually, TRK Monkey challenges. It will be Ali actually right underneath that ball, trying to have himself in a cherry-picking position. But now there was no one back, and TRK is forced to challenge early. Tries to go for a pass. Venom does not really amount to anything, and it's Torres hits the flip reset, doesn't get the second one.
Yeah, and that's what you want that Dominus for. That's kind of the one of the go-to freestyle cars, because hitting flip resets, it's because of the bit of a differing wheelbase, it's a little bit easier to actually hit them. So that's why they are used by a lot of players that love the more fancy type play. And we mostly see Octanes because people are used to it and it's the best representation of its hitbox. But the Fennec has become that new popular car because it's an even better representation of the same hitbox people have been using for these last few years already.
And the Octane Fennec kind of thing, I'm not good enough at the game to be worrying about hitboxes. I just switch to cars as I like. It's TRK 50 boost. This is a scary position to be in. Can he drop this one in? No, he can't. And Venom also creeping it way too close. I think he kind of trusted a little bit too much in TRK to be hitting that one. And now Ali, I see him so many times on that 0 boost, and I don't know where he's using it all. He's just constantly completely out. Does he have any boost to go up for this one? No, he's forced to back off and allow Vensi for a shot. Does manage to clear it out. TRK up way too early. Rookie mistakes coming out, I feel like.
Yeah, a bit of panic mistakes as well, where at first it was like, oh, you need to just warm up a little. But now, these are the passing plays you want to see. These are the moves you want to see. Extra passes make shots easier. Yes, the first shot that you can take is cute and has like a 27% chance to get in. But the next one that you take after the pass might be a 72% chance. And if you know your statistics well enough, you know you want to take that second one because it's not that much of a risk trying to get that ball to your teammate.
All I know is that if you go for a shot, but then it turns out to be a pass, it's 100% guaranteed to work. That is diamond vibes, where you go for a shot and then it turns out to be an incredible pass. Nobody expected it, neither did you, but it works out. Now, what also works out is this 50. Torres just has an open net. Well, I don't know what happened here, but let's have a watch.
Let's watch this and analyze the breakdown. The last man, Venom, decides to challenge that one and doesn't end up being great. It's a bit of an after kickoff kind of situation, so that's always a little bit more awkward. But when you turn in like that, you cannot cause these mistakes. Kickoff specifically is something I rant about almost every cast because it's something you can practice. If you want to be a serious team, practice your kickoffs and have a plan for every iteration of those kickoffs.
Yeah, 1v1 is quite simple. Win kickoff, easy, clap, you're done with it. Now Ali tries to go for the angle shot. I want to say ankle shot because sometimes you do break some ankles if you switch the angle. That was really hard. I should be a rapper, but going back to those kickoffs, in 1v1 it's incredibly easy. This is easy for Venom as well, I guess.
It looked easy enough, but the setup was what was important. Ali recognizes that the shot was not going to work. It was a below 20% shot chance. So puts it to the side away from the defenders who panic, both of them, and then pops it to a teammate there that is waiting. That's what we love to see. That's why passing plays are so good. That's what we need more here if Sleeping want to come back, because 27 Gang still looking strong with that minute left.
And that kickoff was a lot better showing from Sleeping as well. He hit it off to the side where he knew his teammate would be, and just made sure his teammate was able to take control. Now Torres tries to beat TRK. That's not going to be something to be happening every day. TRK can't take control. 1v1 situation. Tries to go for the flick. Saved by Fancy. And what an incredible performance by him there to be making that save one-on-one against a top tier 1v1 player as well. I think he's only slightly off the top 100 in 1v1 right now, but incredibly close, and a good defense there by Venci. And oh my word, what happened here? A missed shot, that's what happened. No, and a miscommunication then as well. What is this, Cavastrion?
It is, well, as you said, the miscommunication happening on the field, and it feels like the attack could go the other way, which is great for Sleeping, but with the time left, there's not going to be a good end here. It's not going to be that great. Oh. It's not even going to be that. It's a disaster for Sleeping as Milo sneaks in and finds another one of those goals.
What I always say, and I'm sure you'll agree with this as well, that it is better to end off a game well and start it badly than start it off well and end it badly and still end up losing. Because if you end it well, then you know what, you still know, hey, we can do this, we can get this going. TRK, question, what car is he coming back in?
Ooh, what car is he coming back in? That's a good question. I'm not really sure about his tendencies and what kind of like real chances he likes for cars, but overall still an interesting one. Another one that I'm kind of question marking about is I see Milo here. He's playing at quite a decent level. He has the Season 1 Bronze Tournament winner. Now, either this is a Smurf, which is a bannable offense. Just saying. Like, it's not legal. It's not allowed. But it's kind of memey that he has that on here, while one of his teammates is a Supersonic Legend Season 1 Tournament winner. It's question marks here.
And then he's above him in points as well. Obviously, we all know points are the only thing that matters in this entire game. Milo, just the best player on the field purely by points, obviously. Right, Gravastrian?
Yeah, because points matter so much. I mean, everybody here, the points that we see here are the points that we saw there, because, of course, we're now at that awesome overlay screen. Points don't really matter that much. If you have a teammate that is talking to you and saying, "Hey, you're at the bottom with 100 points, well, I have 500 points," doesn't mean anything. Don't worry about that guy. He's probably a dick, so don't worry about him. Move on. Focus on your own game. Points don't matter. It's the team. It's the series score that now matters, and it's looking very bright, of course, for the team in orange here. And Sleepin has some work to do to find their way back. But what an angle to start that off with.
Oh. That was perfection. Ali slotted that in, and we won't be able to see the boost, but he didn't have any left. He used everything to get that up and into the back of the net. And this is the start that we need to see from Sleepin. They're 2-0 down in series, but they've got spirit. They've got an opportunity as a good kickoff comes out from them as well. I thought it was going to be a bad one if it ended up behind TRK. Now Venom slots or forces two defenders to go for that one. TRK off the wall was one boost in the tank. Won't be able to get a shot, but it will be Ali once again. Where was the defense?
27 Gang was called out on a Road Warrior situation where they had to be somewhere else, apparently. And they were like, nah. We need to cover something else now. The goal's open. enjoy your free 2-0. But now we're coming. They want to show. I think 27 Gang wants to show. They're already putting up the 2. Now they're going to score the 7. Just watch him do it.
Ooh. They were in the process of making someone an offer that they couldn't refuse, as Milo gets an incredible block on it as well. Luckily for Venom and TRK, they're both back. I'll say luckily, obviously I do not mean actual luck. These players know exactly why they're back, because those situations could be happening. You never really want to commit on a 50, because a 50 is always a treacherous enemy. So this goes up the wall. Venom tries to follow that, but hits it way too far away. TRK, can he slot in the long shot? Milo is far back and will be able to make the save.
Oh, looking for the bumps and demos as well, but Milo, I like that they have someone forward all the time. They're playing with such gusto, such aggression, that it's working out for 27 Gang right now, and that's a pop in. Taurus finds the shot, and it's all to play for still. 1 goal difference, not enough to make any kind of claims.
How did this hit both? I think it hit the post and the bar. It hit the bar for sure, and still going with 82 kilometers an hour. Taurus put so much power behind that one. Venom tries to take control. It is TRK. It's it to the other side, and that is something because they're all 1v1 players. Ali, can he make his 3rd? Saved by Taurus, but they are still under attack. Venom drops it down. Where is the attack? There's nobody there. But what I was going to say is that because they're all 1v1 players, I'm sure they have the tendency to try and go for a solo play a little bit more rather than try and go for that passing play, and that could be something that's holding them back for now.
I mean, sometimes that holds you back, but overall control is something I really like. If a team knows when to switch, that is where you get the deadliest players. The players that sometimes slow down and have that 1v1 skill, and sometimes try to go fast plays. And sometimes you just see Ali, again, looking for boost, being a bit lost, and the goal being open.
Honestly, this is partly Ali, but also a lot of that was TRK. I don't know. He just straight up passed that mid. Either it was a miscommunication, he thought someone of his team would be there, or he just kind of mismanaged his mechanics. And now they're all of a sudden equalized score. No, maybe not for long though, as Ali misses the shot. He had a lot to shoot at, but it's a low boost in the tank. So it's definitely a forgivable offense. 2 players incredibly close to this ball. Will be Taurus beat or 50'd by Venom. Ali off the sidewall. Such incredible pace. Good bump as well. This could be a double tap coming in. TRK way too late to it and just allows Taurus to go up for that one. A bit of miss on defense now again. TRK miscommunication with Ali. And this is all just shambolic.
Shambolic indeed, but the bounce still could be deadly. Milo gets it away. There is a bit of rest now, and the back and forth looks good, but the attack is never done. The attack is never really away. It's just going nowhere. The ball, they keep trying. Now the demo's coming out as well. There is some room, but can we get something resembling an actual attack instead of whatever this is? I like to call these kerfuffles, but Clown Fiesta would almost be fitting as well.
So many bumps, so many demos, yet nothing. Normally when you see a demo, you kind of think, okay, this opens up space, this throws off their rotation, this could be a goal happening soon. But now it's just a lot of bumps and demos and absolutely nothing happening. I was going to say, if TRK somehow manages to read that double tap, I'm losing my mind. He did not, so I still have my mind. But that is a phenomenal pass into TRK, but then the shot is just lackluster.
Yeah, the shot is not really... Just a bit of an a bit of a, I think I'll take a shot here. But now the chance is coming. That's a shot and a half. Ali, can you at least finish this, please? No, it doesn't have to be this fancy. You don't have to just hit it on net, please. You don't have to. Now at least we know why he's always out of boosts.
It's a flip reset double tap. Flip reset double tap attempt.
Oh my god!
Coming out from Ali. Oh my god! Should we just commentate like that? 2-all, and this is actually getting tense because the opportunities have been on the side of Sleeping, but it could just be 27 Gang who just runs away with this one if they score one more. But it could be Venom, and it is Venom who scores the lead for Sleeping.
You sometimes just hear someone in your head say, Well, sometimes you gotta do it yourself. And this is Venom.
So
No
that's
fancy
all.
passes, nothing else. Just a good, clean air dribble bump to make sure the space is there to get the goal. And we have Sleepin looking at trying to win. Of course, enough time left. Demo's off the kickoff. We've seen that more often now. Let's see if that can result in a goal or if it's going to be more weirdness in front of the net.
Yeah, that demo basically counted as a save. As if the player who got demoed was able to run away with that one, I forgot who it was again, but if he was able to run away with that, it would have been a very awkward 1v1 situation. Now Ali does get a second touch, throws off his team as well, but also throws off the opponent. So I guess it's fine for now as Milo, he's trying to make it not a fine clear out. 15 seconds, all Sleeping have to do is hold on to get at least a game on the board. And in my opinion, this is always the most important one, because either you put your opponent on match point, or you get within one, and with 3 seconds left, can they do it? Can they manage to hold on? And they can. Sleeping take at least one back.
At least one is, yeah, I mean, like you always say, every story starts with a single step. Every journey with a single bit of movement, and that is that first game win here for Sleepin. It's their first game, not the first game in total, and we see the kind of mistakes that Sleepin can still clean up. Some of these shots should have gone in. They should have been ahead more, and 27 Gang, they need to sort out their defense, because the ball fumbling in front of your net for what seems like an eternity is not going to give you any kind of confidence or wins coming up in the rest of the series.
On the opposite side as well, Sleeping needs to sort their attack. They had 13 shots, whereas 27 Gang, they only had 3. That difference is massive. The shot to goal ratios should be so much higher for Sleeping. And if they can manage to get that shot to goal ratio going, and still have the same amount of shots, obviously, then they're going to be dominating this matchup, and it's going to be very tough for 27 Gang. But let's see how they start off here as Ali tries to pass it to TRK. TRK goes up very dangerously, doesn't really get a touch on it, but it will be Venom back in the midfield. Torres will clear it out, though.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, they got a lot of shots, but it was not really shots, more like in front of the goal ball juggling more than anything else. Yeah, most of them don't even count as real shots, I would say. It's just a weird number that became meaningless throughout the game there. But yeah, if they can get serious shots, serious chances for like 13, 14 more times, then they might get something done with that. TRK cannot get it on target. It's always so close.
I'm going to call it right now. We're going to see an absolutely phenomenal angle and phenomenal goal coming out from Sleeping. They've been getting so incredibly close to it for so many shots now. Just haven't really perfected it just yet. Slightly off the post every single time. Now Milo tries to get it mid. TRK will shut that down off the backboard. It will be Torres who gets it into the opposing half once again. Ali with a ball miss. TRK comes in from behind. Now we'll go off the wall. Try and pass that mid. Ali hunting for a demo. That might be enough. No, Milo dodges the demo, I'm pretty sure. And we'll be able to clear that one out, and it will be Venom who puts that one right back in. It is definitely Sleeping who have the upper hand in this one.
Yeah, Sleeping at least keeping up their pressure, and you see that with TRK. He turns back once again in defense position, notice he can beat the opponent to the ball, and challenges because he knows one of his teammates is back. And those are the kind of choices that, specifically for 1v1 players that know exactly what kind of limits they themselves have, can do so damn well.
And Ali now off the back, but 100 boost. Shut down by Venci. I said this in an earlier series as well. You just want to send a monkey if someone is going for an aerial play, because otherwise you give them way too much space. And in 1v1, you know, if you give your opponent already a lot of space, you're going to get clipped on or something. Whereas this Venom almost fakes out Venci. But once again, it's not really a surprise, but it is Sleeping in the offense. That pass is a little bit ambitious though. Venom backs off smartly so. We're seeing a lot of smarter plays coming out from Sleeping here as well.
Sleeping finally setting up there, and that's a good moment to also start talking about the ping. The thing with that ping is that these players are used to that. They usually play on the European servers, and they know how that ping feels. They are ready for it. When your opponent has a bit of a laggy connection, sometimes touches get read by the server very weirdly. So overall, this can be a disadvantage for 27 Gang as well.
Yeah, 27. I think everybody has had that position where somebody's lagging and all of a sudden gets a random touch. Good block by Ali on this one though. Wave dashes it towards the wall, but it will be TRK taking over with 30 boost in the tank. He won't be able to get this one on target, but hey, we've talking about percentages. There was 0% he was going to get that on target. He tries to go for the pass, kind of. It is shot down. on the backboard, and will be Venti trying to clear it out. And I've said that a lot of times now, that 27 gang is trying to clear it out, but they've not really quite managed to do so properly. And no, okay, Ali just able to take that shot, sure.
Oh, okay, Venom. You recognize your position there. Like, I'm gonna go. Oh no, wait. Never mind. I'm not. Let's just leave that one there for Ali. Ali has the better shot there. Fancy went for the fancy, and sometimes the fancy does not pay off because your opponent reads it. It's a bit slower. It's very readable, and these guys, I mean, pro players have their reading glasses on what they're playing. You know how that works. How else do you think they can read all these crazy touches?
Yeah, his brain was just going full monkey mode. Luckily, it switched back to regular mode. Now Milo tries to go for a pass. Almost a demo coming out. I think TRK might have been back for that one. Ali redirects it, and they 27 gang have to be so careful of those redirects. They're coming in constantly, and they're getting the hang of it a little bit more now as well. A little bit more prepared for them. Venzi takes it across into Milo. Milo into Torres. Torres tries to go for the shot. TRK, great recognition on that one though. No boost to really go start an attack. And Venzi will deny that and take a cross map air dribble. Flip reset is to the back wall, and now TRK also clears it out, sleeping on the attack.
Yes, a back and forth. We see it here again, but that's exactly what Sleeping want. They want to keep that back and forth going. They don't care the ball's ping-ponging. It doesn't have to be pretty. They are one ahead. They want the win, but they need the ball to get away. The power and the attacks that are coming right now are tremendous, and both teams are playing on a knife's edge. I love the second half of this game. It's been so eventful and not that much of a mess as we saw in the early parts of this game and previous games.
Yeah, it was absolute chaos at the start. Now they've managed to master that chaos a little bit. Massive pinch coming out, only slightly off target. And well, I think I can say it this time. Sleeping getting lucky that it was off target because they were not prepared for that one. Oh no, team bump coming out gives TRK control of the ball, and that is not what you want. Because it is the last 10 seconds. You need to get a goal to force it to overtime. Torres still not in control. 27 gang. They might be equalizing in the series here, or rather Sleeping might be equalizing, as Milo won't really be able to get that up, and it will touch the ground indeed.
So, you said before we started the cast, and usually casters don't really bring up what's said in between games, but this one I think is relevant. I might be cursed. I only see sweeps. Why do I not get a finals or a best of 7? Go to 7. Well, guess what? We're already at game 5. We're at least going to game 6 now. They have tied it up. Sleeping has come back. They have woken up. Father Sleep has been shooed away out of the room, saying, "Nah, enough of you. We need Mr. Gaming Energy here." Like a red bovine-like creature maybe walks into the room and goes, "All right, you guys ready?" Because they seem ready now. They're finally finding their touches. It's still a bit weird here and there the way some of these attacks actually materialize, but that is a bit more of a chaotic play style, and I love seeing it in this way because 27 gang, they are pretty structured. They know what they're doing, so a bit of chaos can go a long way.
If you manage to completely throw your opponent off their game plan, that's going to favor you because you still, most of the time, kind of know what's going on. Talking about Sleeping as well. First of all, I'm really happy about whatever way this goes now, as long as it's not a sweep. But these players are Middle Eastern, and I don't know what the time difference is, but I think it's about 3 hours or something like that. So it's going to be around, or 3 hours from our position. So it's going to be around 1 o'clock midnight where they're located. So that could be playing a factor as well. And the longer this series goes on, the later it obviously gets for them. Very obvious statement, but it is still very true as well. And they might be thrown off their game a little bit by that.
Might be, and it's also coming off I mean, everybody's probably off their sleep schedule right now because it's been holidays, it's been party time. We're starting to recover in 2021, and also to all of you here, happy 2021. Hope you enjoy this game. We're going to give a little bit off talking. Let's take it back and let's see if we can enjoy more amazing Rocket League because this finals is getting smexy.
Disclaimer, party responsibly with no more than 3 people in the room, because otherwise you are going to get some things going that nobody wants, and we all want this stuff to end right now. So just party responsibly for the sake of everyone. I'm sure everybody's enjoying the majority or a lot of Rocket League going on, but we all want to go back outside at some point as Ali takes it to the backboard. And that's actually going to guillotine. Ali, no flips, almost perfectly in position, bumped, wants to come out.
but Venom manages to dodge it as the last one back. Had to as well, because if he was gone, there was obviously no one else back as the last one, and that is going to go center. TRK up for that one so incredibly quickly, and now Ali, can he slot that one in perfectly? A pinch comes out to clear it, and it will be Venom who picks it up, but TRK, or no, Ali almost slotting that one in perfectly once again, and now Taurus, oh my word! Oh, actually, Ali was on the line. I thought he got through.
What an insane back and forth, though. We have seen so close chances here, and nobody can really get through. Of course, this is the game that if you win this one, you're on match point. You're feeling good, and these first 2 minutes have been a crazy roller coaster. Both times, a lot of chances. You can hear my co-caster. He's not losing his voice yet. He has a firm grip on it, but still, what an insanity we are seeing here.
It is. These are the kind of matches that I absolutely lose my mind and sometimes my voice on as well. I hope I've gotten better at it than I used to be, but just a constant back and forth. There's just no dull moment, and for the watcher, it is incredibly tense, and for these players as well, because they're constantly. They have to be at the top of their game, because sometimes you have a moment where it's just kind of dead in midfield. You know nothing interesting is going to be happening. Obviously, you still have to pay attention, but you can kind of take a little bit more of a backseat. But these constant back and forth, this constant ping pong game is incredibly exhausting for both me, probably Gvastrian, and definitely for the players as well.
Yeah, and I mean, all of us, we love the exhaustion of this. After this, you feel good. You feel like you've seen something great. And again, we're seeing more of that greatness with the attack. Now petering out a little bit. Ali with the great 50 gets it into midfield. TRK works it forward. Milo not able to get a very good clear. So that ball drops, again, dangerously, but still complete control by 27 gang. They're playing very peacefully on their side of the field in full defense, but that's 3 people at a post, at a front post as well. That's not what you want to see. Danger is creeping in, and this could be one mistake away from a goal going the way of sleeping.
And every time you see one person go up from sleeping and they miss, it cuts to the next player up as well. Like the amount of communication coming out from them right now, saying that they'll miss and actually missing then as well. What a shot on target here by TRK. I mean, there was no power, but I wasn't really expecting a shot at all as Milo once again not really able to clear it out. 27 gang, they need to break out, but if they do, and this is what I talked about, they could be that massive sponge who just absorbs all the pressure and then exerts it at the opponent and just all of a sudden breaks away with the goal, locks up that defense once again. Venti, can he get that mid into Milo? Milo blocked by Venom, and it will once again be Sleeping who try to go on the counter attack. No, actually Taurus picks it up back mid, not really able to get through though.
No, I love that they're going to place, but you do need a bit of speed behind them. If you're too slow, your opponent is just going to get back. How many times have we had that happen in twos that you were like, I got a dribble play, and the person recovering just demos you from behind and laughs all the way to the bank as they score on you? Oh, this could be a chance. It gets blocked out, though. Milo at the right place at the right time. Make sure that that one doesn't go in, but the chances are still there. Bumps and demos coming in. Another shot. It pops to the side now, and we might have a bit of rest. Of course, overtime is looming now. No goals yet. The damage is not done. Sleeping, though, still on the attack. Passing the midfield. Ali looking for the next touch. Gets it past Fenty. Drops down. Torres is there. Makes sure he reads it. And the pass into the corner. Lets it drop. Overtime. Hyperia. Overtime. Game 5, 2-2. Let's go.
27 gang, they are getting away with a little bit of something. The continuous pressure on their goal. And here we go once again. Venom, the demo coming in as well. Torres with a phenomenal save as well coming in from him. I thought that was going to be a very quick overtime, but instead it's Torres making a phenomenal save. Now Venom in the back corner. Are they able to break out? Or are they going to drop that one in to the back of their own net? It seems they will be able to get this one out for now. And indeed with Ali beating, who was it again? Milo, I think it was. On that defensive clear, they will be able to break out and get a counter attack going. Taurus, you can't be making the saves every time. That is illegal, brother.
It might be. I don't think it's illegal where he comes from. It seems like it's just an okay thing to do. We can't get Revs in to say saves are not allowed anymore. Guys, we're too good. We're not allowed to save the ball anymore. We just have to, I don't know, demo the opponent. We're just gonna get bumper cars to game. It could be fun, but still, I'm liking this Rocket League right now. And what a savior medal there for Taurus. See if we can keep that up with another attack coming in. Ali cannot connect on the pinch, and there was already a player there to make sure the block was ready.
Look, if there's anyone to watch for their defensive performance, it is 27 Gang right now. They are putting up one hell of a show. But with that, you can't just stay on defense the whole time. You need to get this offense going, and they might do it here. Venti side flips, and that completely halts the offense. For now, it will be Torres who has to rotate back in, not in a preferable position, and they are back once again in their defensive half. Milo tries to go for an early flick. Ali waiting for that one, though. Knew that one was coming.
Oh, what a good bit of 1v1 play. Sees the player coming, outplays two players. Ali just complete control. In that corner again, we can see this master at work. Baits Milo in, dribbles past one, doesn't get the 50 for the second one, but still, every time Ali touches the ball, it is past one player at least. Venom now with a very hard read, but Ali with a bit of help. Make sure that's away. The counterattack force is going with Torres. Torres is already there, already safe, already ready to play that ball away.
Absolutely love the evolution of Ali throughout this matchup. He's genuinely leveled up. He's went from continuously being on 0 boost to, well, demoing and shooting himself on target, or shooting on target as well, and just continuously being in and near the play, or creating opportunities all throughout the field. But 27 Gang, they've been able to break out a lot and a lot more. As we reach 1.5 games of Rocket League being played. Torres beats or gets a favorable 50 against TRK. It will be Ali with a massive boomer clear out. Milo had to get a touch, otherwise it would have been a shot from TRK. It is still on the defensive half of Sleeping. Venti trying to way too long to get the perfect touch, and now it will be in possession of Sleeping.
Yeah, this could be scary, though, if they can get the counterattack. One defender here for Ali on the backboard. Can he keep it out? Whoa. He does. He makes a crucial save being alone there. But now it's TRK's turn. TRK also in an awkward position. Has to go with the half flip off the wall. This could be the speed. They got their shot real quick in the counterattack. What a blow by. And we have match point chances here for Sleeping. And 27 Gang, well, you better have something ready for the next game.
TRK not deciding to go for the shot, just perfectly puts it on his teammate's car, and he accelerates that ball with incredible speed. That was absolutely phenomenal play coming out from Sleeping, and this is what I love to see about them. The proper plays coming out, not really trying to go for those solo plays, awkward in defense, awkward in offense. Sleeping, they're really coming into it now, and it's all up to 27 Gang, who are obviously on the verge of getting or on the verge of losing rather. They need to step up massively and change something in their game plan.
Definitely. I think mostly how they rotate back out of into defense seems a bit messed for now with 27 Gang, because they're panicking on the goal line. Every time there's an attack coming, there's either no one going for it and we get a couple of free touches and weird plays coming out of Ali or one of the other players from Sleeping, but it's always there. There's always space for that. And then 3 players of 27 Gang just waiting on the goal line. You need someone up. You need someone coming in or moving forward for a pass to be able to get that and move it on, and somebody in net to cover that. But not all 3 in net. It might feel safe, but it isn't safe. You need to do something a bit more.
Yeah, it's safe for the start, and then you triple commit, and then you're completely out. But I think we forgot about one little fact, and this is the man that just scored. His car change.
Mostly here, Ali gets a bump there on Milo. Like, not just normally a bump, no. Turns the car upside down to use the jump to get more down towards momentum to hit Milo and knock him to the side. That kind of micro decision making is insane on this level, especially if you're also running on over 100 ping.
It is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, TRK, I think after losing 2 in a row, or obviously not himself, but his entire team, he went in for a car switch, and they've been winning ever since. So car switches do help for some players, and TRK is making massive work for it, or massive work of it, I should say. It's Ali with a phenomenal touch as well. Will not really be able to get a powerful enough shot, but it could be enough. No, it will be Torres back in time in defense. Venti, that is slightly wide. Ali is in the corner nonetheless, but once again, we've seen that before. No, Milo just completely missing. We've actually seen that exact situation where Milo just takes it for a solo play and shoots it in, but instead it's Sleeping once again. TRK somehow managed to get it off the post. Can 27 Gang break out?
They better. They need to break out. They need to find that one little touch, and they're not finding each other. And it seems like Sleeping have truly found their style, have truly found the way they want to play. High demo, high aggression, because they notice that 27 Gang, the way they want to be positioning, sometimes they're a little bit slow on the rotate, and that makes you vulnerable to more bumps and demos, and they're using that perfectly. These kind of passing plays, they are getting a bit too obvious. We know you're going to do that, 27 Gang. Even the people in the stands are like, yeah, here comes another pass. Let's get someone in to block that. Like, they're trying to throw their popcorn to block that one. Trying to try a bit of a faster or a newer pass, because for now, you're doing a bit of too much of the same too often.
Yeah, definitely more pace behind. I feel like in attack, 27 Gang, they've really been struggling with the generation of speed. TRK somehow finds a completely open net, takes the 2-goal lead. 27 Gang need that acceleration on the ball incredibly quickly.
It feels like all the players are warmed up completely on Sleeping, and Sleeping needed that time to warm up a bit more than you would want to. I mean, getting down by 2 in the series in a best of 7 feels always a bit icky. It's always something you really don't want to have happen, but Sleeping needed the time to work up, and that shows once again those tournaments who have like an upper and a lower bracket. The upper bracket winner usually is in a disadvantage because of the time they don't get to really play against that high level of player. And here we see that kind of happening for Sleeping, but they seem to recover, but the chances could be coming in here. And Milo gets that one pass. They're not done yet.
I think it was a double commit coming in here. Venom, I know he actually just jumped incredibly awkward, and then TRK thought at least something was coming out from Venom, but it wasn't, and that is how they conceded. 27 Gang back within 1 now. Definitely doable for them. It's been incredibly long since they've scored a goal, so they might have some newfound confidence as well as Venci. He's the favorite on boost there in that exchange against Ali. TRK takes it up to the side. Can he get this one out off the ceiling? 64 boost, and oh my, that is just so beautiful. Once again, one of those micromanaging things where he perfectly manages to pre-flip his car into a position where he can continue the air dribble, and then we see Torres do that. That's just a complete opposite.
Yeah, just complete, like, oh, one is finesse, the other is the sledgehammer. And sledgehammer can work. The sledgehammer can definitely work, trust me. We have seen enough sledgehammers coming in from Sleeping as well. That's why they are still ahead. They are using their bumps and demos and the way they rotate this quickly to create more space. Now, it was risky before, but they're now connecting with their opponent a bit better. They are now able to read the pig. It's something that takes a bit of time sometimes, feeling out the server, figuring out how this server like pings differently than others. It's definitely seems like it's something that's a thing, but they've read it well now and are also reading their opponents so well with so many bumps and demos coming out.
And I like Milo taking it slow there in the midfield. Now a pass coming out of TRK, good block on that. But the flick was just a little bit lackluster from Milo coming out in the midfield. The idea was good, the execution was slacking it a little bit, but with that goal that they found, Torres on 0 boost, you're leaving Milo in a very awkward spot. Can he manage to get this one out? And now with all the boosts that you picked up, Torres, you better be doing something great with that. But he doesn't, he clears out to mid and TRK is right there. They couldn't get it out because Torres just made it incredibly awkward.
Yeah, passing plays are great. Passing plays can be scary, as we have seen here. Wanting to get a pass off in the midfield, an opponent is waiting there just to boom that into your net. Torres, might be time. Yeah, there is no more time. You cannot do a car change anymore. This is it. This is how we're going to have to see it. And with 1 minute left, can 27 Gang do it? Or is Sleeping going to be the one that take this $100 prize pool here for the Infinitude? Let's see how this last minute evolves.
Yeah, and 50 seconds left on the clock. Sleeping. They all have to do the hold on, but this could just be Venci now kidding within 1 goal, 27 Gang. And someone in chat already said GG. No, definitely not, my good sir, or woman, I don't know. But nonetheless, this is not over just yet.
Ma'am, sir,
Yeah.
sir,
Yeah.
ma'am, and or anyone or anything else. We want to cover all our bases here. Want to make sure that we are in no way offensive in that way. But still, everyone also includes a chance now for 27 Gang to still make it back. 30 seconds. The attack is happening again. Venci looking for the boop. Does not get it here. Milo now gets a good challenge, but takes that very far away. It's still pinching decently. Can Torres get the next touch? He fakes it from Milo. Milo with the shot. Ali with the save. And the counterattack. There's a lot of space here, but can Venom get it past Torres? No, gets a good 50 there. And with that time running out, this could be it. Milo, one of the last chances he could go for. He gets the dribble decently well, but defensively, we've seen a lockup here for Sleeping. They play it away. This is done. And this is over. Sleeping take the finals. They are your winners of the Infinitude series here. And what a series we've had.
That was absolutely phenomenal. Apart from the series, I also find it incredibly funny that everyone has a different name for bumping the ball up as soon as it lands on the car. You call it boop. I call it doinking. I've seen it being called boinking or whatever, something of the sorts. I absolutely love that they're just different names for everything. But what a series that was.
But the doink is if you say that, you have to like pay homage to Cole and to Shogun into that, like the subpar but in HD group, because they really made that happen with Doomsy and everything. It's kind of a thing that came from there. So I don't want to get want to get us copyright striked or DMCA'd because we're using the doink too much. So I wanted to you can give your own little spin to it and then still use it. It's kind of called, if you can use it for fair use, basically. That's how that all works. But yeah, what a series. And of course, a big thank you to everyone who's been casting, all of the great people. It was lovely to hear to cast here for the first time with Iferia. I believe this is the first time we got to work together. And of course, Sunderlad, awesome, down below in the basement like a little goblin pressing his buttons and going, ha, ha, everything goes well. And of course, all the awesome people working here at Slipstream. Of course, Challenger Mode needs to be thanked a lot. They are the ones that deserve the shout out for helping set this all up. And of course, the Infinitude series will also be back. This is not going to be the only thing. This is going to be back in February. So make sure you follow all the right channels and everything else, and make sure that all goes well. And I'll now give some space to Furia to do his talk, because I talk too much.
Well, I mean, Infinitude has a meaning apparently. The state of or quality of being infinite or having no limit. Now, with that being said, that is immediately wrong because there are 3 more, if I'm correct. But I'm just going to go down the same path as Gavastrian and thanking everyone for watching, thanking everyone behind the scenes for coming on as well, and giving everyone a show that I think we can all be happy with. Sleeping. Massive big up for them. I'm so happy to see Middle Eastern Rocket League being promoted that a little bit more as well, because they definitely deserve it. In 1v1, they've got the skill. In 3v3, they're not really getting the opportunities. But I think with that, Gavastrian, if there's nothing left you want to say, I think we will be ending it here. And once again, I thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you at the next Infinitude or any league play that goes on. Have a good one.